Everybody who comes to this country deserves dignity, respect, safety, and opportunity. And I think that applies as much to Ali Milani, who came here as a migrant, as someone who was seeking shelter and a better opportunity, as well as it does to an Alexander de Pfeffel Boris Johnson, who has benefited from every opportunity and every elite institution that exists in this country. I came to this country with my family at the age of 5. We were migrants from Iran. So we all, stepped off the plane at Heathrow, not speaking a word of English or not knowing the community that we would be coming into. What we're talking about here are asylum seekers and refugees who have traveled a world looking for safety, looking for opportunity, and looking to give back to their community. And rather than being met by a ruling government with compassion, with empathy, with open arms, they are being met with the cynical arm of politics, with an inhumane and immoral Home Secretary, and a Prime Minister and a government who have no will and no patience and no embrace of what it means to enter this country. There is no doubt in my mind and in the minds of anyone paying attention that this has nothing to do with the cost on the taxpayer. This isn't a financial issue. The only time that the question of cost to the taxpayer comes about is when they're having to spend it either on the working class communities all around the country, on being able to lift those people out of poverty, or when we're talking about some of the most vulnerable people within our society, and those are migrants and refugees and asylum seekers. This is a rhetoric of shifting blame. It is cheap politics. It's, like I said, callous and heartless politics. We're not talking about cargo here that's traveling across the world and needs to be processed. We're not talking about material things that we're going to be selling in our stores. We're talking about human life, people with stories and journeys and lives and dreams that have come looking for safety and looking for a future for them and their families. No one wants to get on a little dinghy and travel the miles that it takes across the channel in uncertain waters and uncertain terrains, knowing that others have lost their life on this journey. No one risks their lives and travels that form to get to this country because it is their preferred route. They are doing it out of desperation, out of a search for safety and opportunity and for a better life. My story was a pretty unlikely one to begin with. The idea that someone like me who came to this country at the age of 5, not speaking a word of English, who grew up on a council estate with a single parent who also didn't speak a word of English and went to a comprehensive school. The very fact that migrant, that person who traveled the world and sought safety and opportunity in this country could go to university, join the Labour Party and be the parliamentary candidate against a sitting prime minister and go closer than anyone has in 100 years to unseating a sitting prime minister in British democracy in the last 100 years, that person could be allowed those opportunities and that story could become a reality. I think that this Conservative government clearly does not want those stories to become reality and does not want my journey to be a possibility for others. But I think part of why I speak on this issue and part of why so many people are fighting so hard against policies like this is because it is entirely consistent with the community I know around me that story should absolutely be possible.